Okay. On behalf of my humble self and my indefatigable ṣé mi ti
You
fẹ́ kà
better
wọ́n
don't let Oyibo
indefatigable boss,
don't let Oyibo clear your
non-relenting
teeth.
boss, ever supporting boss and brother and father. I appreciate everyone for their congratulatory messages sent to me and the love shown to me towards the process of the election and everything. I really appreciate you. I am using this opportunity to let you know that all your support, all your kind words are appreciated, and I will never take any of them for granted. I will represent you well, even more than you have expected. On this note, I will also implore, because there are some positions still open to be occupied in Chelmsford campus here. We still have campaign coordinator, we still have treasurer position. So, and I think one more position like that, but I can't remember really right now. So we still need one. We still need
So we still
anyone
need
that
for
that
event
that
officer.
really want
So
to apply for the position. No money, oh, but it will, trust me, it will do well on your CV. It will do really well on your CV. So that is what I would like to say about that. So if anyone has any question or submission about that, let's get on to that before we move ahead.
Okay, the vacant position. How do one apply?
Okay.
first you
So,
have to register. When I'm register online with the SU, because all we are doing in connection with the school. We don't do anything outside the school's regulation. We we are bound by the school. We are registered with them. So you have to register online with once you register, and the time for election has passed, but we've called for by election, which you can, and that's why it's announcing that which you can be part of. But number one requirement is you have to register. Two, ensure that we understand that this place is very busy, and we have a lot, and I've been saying it even when anybody is not there, that there people are they have a lot on their hand. At the same time, you are looking for money to pay bills. You are still looking for how to take care of the terrible emails that the school will be sending concerning school fees for those who have not completed their school fees. Is at the same time you are looking for how to get the best out of the academics you've given. So at the same time you are looking for how to pay bills at home. So we understand all those. So we won't ever push anything that will take, depending on your grace anyway, depending on the grace God has given you, we won't push anything to what's beyond the power. The only thing that we always require of everyone, once you take a position, ensure that you are available when you are called. If you are not available immediately, just put it on your diary that you can always remember that I have so responsibility that I'm keeping on hold. So then my next free hour, let me use it for that one. Alarm is not for just to wake up when we are going to work, or okay. Alarm is also for when you give an appointment to someone. You told someone I will do something at so time. Put it on alarm, put it on the calendar to remind you, because you have a lot going on in your mind that you can't remember. So once you promise someone anything, put it on alarm immediately, maybe 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes before the time you give. So October, if it is also hour, so we bottom line, the requirements, register first, and ensure that whatever you want to commit yourself to, you are able to give the time to it. And he was talking about what do you call it, CV. What is ahead is much more than CV. We can't exhaust that tonight. And we were just nominated for an award as a group, not by the school, because I was having a call with Anita and one other person from Nigeria this afternoon. I said, I don't limit myself to where the one place is. While we're in one location, we're already looking far to somewhere on the top. And those at the top were the ones who nominated us for the award because they saw what we are doing. And so it's not just about CV. We can't exhaust what's involved, but every good thing requires efforts. And one of the things that they saw, and we've been telling them that we breed leaders here. And thank God, one of our past leaders just joined us. He's been saying he's been trying to join, and then I told him he could join as a guest, and thank God he was able to join tonight. He just entered now. So we breed leaders here, not just, and there are testimonies to that. One is him, or not even just him, many of them, not just leaders in the society, they become leaders in their career, businesses, workplace. That's we are not here to eat crumbs, like one president said. Is one of the presidents of other schools that we're praying together. He said, "We are not in this country to eat crumbs. Neither are we here to just accept anything. We are here to be at the top." So, but how to be at the top is when we commit ourselves to the good thing that is going, and of course, the time that we are able to give in. So, does that explain your curiosity, or do you still have any question, Mr. David?
No, that's okay. So in all, it just is the availability, your time
Yes.
to be available. That's what you're saying. The availability. But you already stated it that here in UK, how it is. It's just for you to manage your time and all of that. So
Exactly.
just because you create the time. You as an individual, you the want to create time for yourself here. Hence, you won't have time for yourself.
I
So
love that.
with that, it's just for you to create the time. But the thing is, we should be able to work as a team, because sometimes if one is not available as at the time that is needed, I think somebody else should cover immediately. Yes, in as much as, because there could be, I understand this leadership or politics per se. I've been part of it in my undergraduate days, the student union government. Yes, so sometimes movement can just come up. Emergency could just come up. Then you call, we're having a meeting with the vice chancellor, we're having the meeting with the governor of Lala before calls could just come, and then that's movement. So, but at times one could be so busy at that particular time that the calls came in. But with that notwithstanding, because of that one person, movement or what is supposed to be will not be. There could be, since it's a teamwork, it's people working together, there could be a replacement, or any meeting that is planned to hold can still hold. So in all shell, it's just availability. That's what you're looking at here.
Thank you
So
for that.
we'll be interested in any that But there's one that our president was talking about that I really want. I want to know the positions that are available. Then I know they want to apply to.
Please, probably it's either you just send your number to him privately, or he drops
Okay.
his. You can just chat him on the WhatsApp after the program.
Yes. Yes.
You can drop your
Yes.
number. And like you said, in terms of this meeting is not even supposed to be anchored by him. It was supposed to be someone else,
Okay.
but the person is not
Yeah.
available. He covered in for the person. So we know how to work as a team, and we know how to.
Yeah.
But the only
Yeah.
why I emphasized all those stories, the sermon I just gave is, so don't now because someone has covered, then go away and then not
No.
when
No.
you
No.
are when you are available, you also put in. That's what we're saying.
I understand that one, you really have to put in your effort. So that shouldn't be a yardstick for you to be keeping away or be staying off anytime they call for meeting. You will say, someone will cover for me. And no, 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 no. Leadership is not in that way. Because if you continue like that, you pull down the organization. So that means
Yes,
you are one of
yes,
them that is, you don't really want the success or the upliftment or the rising of that organization. That is how it is. But all
yes,
I'm
yes.
saying this in case that it is beyond your capacity or beyond what you when situation, at times there are situations that are beyond your powers. That's what I think.
I
Yeah.
understand. Thank you
All
for
right.
that.
All right.
He has dropped his number. You can just chat him on WhatsApp after the call. Sorry, before
Okay
you go
then.
ahead, I would like to recognize the presence of one of our past leaders. This is a great man. And I can't even describe him enough. He was a member of the executive, and he was very passionate. And that passion, like I said, we breed leaders here. Now
Yeah.
he will introduce himself, and uh, Mr. Elisha Imagwe, you're welcome. Are you able to talk?
Oh, yes, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please let us know you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is my name is Elisha. Uh, Presido has said it all. I'm glad to be here. It's been quite a while. I've been having issues trying to log in, but Presido helped me out. So, yeah, it's good to be here. Thank you.
So please share a bit,
Oh,
just
Presido,
2 minutes.
don't start.
You know what? Whether you like it or you like it, I don't know whether I've sent that message to you. The award we are nominated, we need a minute video from you. We told them we breed leaders, and thank God for. They will say it is the liar that says his witness is in the heaven. We have witness in the world, not in heaven. Anyway, we have God in heaven as our witness, and we have the witness on earth. So we will need even a minute video from you. But and I will send a message after. But in this one, maybe just a minute or two, what your experience and in terms of in relations to your career, how the experience has helped.
Okay, obviously, I can do a 10 minutes video on that. It's it's been very good. Like we always say now, sometimes when we try to explain to our people the need, to always come together, find ourselves here. Sometimes it just looks like, are you too serious, past? But then if you take this thing, at this point now, it's not even a need anymore. It's a survivor thing. We need to come together to survive. Yeah. Like it's not even an option. We just have to be together. So yeah, it's been good. I'll just even give an instance. Just last 2 weeks, so I was made head of student relations in where I work, and
Wow.
the only what qualified me there, to be honest, was ARUNSA. That's
Wow.
my.
Wow.
So it's just
Wow. Wow.
So these things are important, but it's just that when we talk and we be as if now it's not it's not because we like and we carry Nigeria for things are important. Then
Now you carry Nigeria on top of it.
what to say now? But then even if you carry Nigeria for it, you know, bad because at the end of the day we are all we have. What I keep saying, we are all we have. So it's nice to be here. Thank you, everyone.
I love you. Just said it. I love that shot, and that's what I said. If you give, you don't need to tell. This is a great society. They won't understand what great means. Just give a particular. How has it affected you? Then you will know. Oh, and of course, is way beyond. As I was trying to say, anything I was saying, it's about CV. Of course, the CV is very important, but there are more
it's
and
beyond
much more. That's what it's beyond. There are more and more tweets. I'm a living testimony into that. So please don't let us hijack it from our presidents. Please go ahead.
No, it's fine. All right. Good evening, sir, Mr. Elisha.
Oh, Mr. Newton, good evening, sir. Good
Yes,
to
sir.
see you. I think is the new elected.
Yes, exactly.
Nice
He just gave his appreciation speech. So,
yeah. I think I observed it from the group, but you know, you can always be nosy.
Yes.
But yeah, congratulations and thank you for choosing to serve. It's not easy. It's not easy. So
you don't even need to preach.
A
He
choice.
understands. He has hit the ground running from day one. He's a passionate person.
God bless you, sir.
Amen.
God bless you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Moving towards the second on the agenda is the update on the proposed Scotland trip. But the person that will lead us to that, I'm not sure if the person is on Miss Jennifer. I'm not sure if she's on the call right now. But I don't know if Dr. Andrew can.
I can't see anything about it. She has not even fed me on the update, so I don't even know what to. So please go ahead.
Okay, that's fine. So can we go to the next on the agenda, which is the update on the August 3rd African Business Summit, led by Mrs. Peace and Grace. But Grace is not here, but Mrs. Peace is here. I think Mr. Andrew can help Grace. Mrs. Peace, are you there? I'm not sure if she's available to talk. On that note, President Sir, can you say one or two things on the updates? Me, but you are muted. You have been muted. Hello?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir.
What did you say?
I said since Mrs. Peace is unable to talk and Grace is not here, do you have any update to?
Just a minute, please.
All right.
Apologies. Okay, is Peace not able to talk?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, the planning is going, and apology, I should involve the Mr. Emagbe himself. but I can see it's looking like a stranger when something big is going on, and not even just a lot of things big, but let's concentrate on this first. We are trying to we've converged a lot of leaders from all around the place, all over the UK and across Africa. We don't want to make it just Nigeria this time around. We know, you can remember we had an award night last year.
Yeah.
So I promise it's going to be an annual thing. So this time around, we don't just want it to be ARU alone or Nigerians alone. We want to cut it across all Africans. So we're planning it big. And we now had to hit more of not just business, it's an innovation summit, so to say. There is the African Union and the UK. We collaborated with the chairman of the African Union in the UK in terms of research. So we are now forming the students aspect of that, the student of aspect of African Union. So we call it African Union Student Summit. But what the summit aiming to achieve this time around is to encourage innovation. I was discussing with Eniton this evening about how Nigerians come in here trying to survive. And someone who is trying to survive, it is difficult to innovate. It is difficult to, they would say something in my language that it is someone who has eaten that will even think. When you are still trying to survive, you won't be able to. But we know we cannot just be living on survivor and survivor and survivor. Tomorrow we will still try to survive. So that's why we introduced this program, and it has been embraced by almost everyone. And so it's asking what's the update about the planning. The date is in August 3rd, the first Saturday of August. And the planning is so massive. We have the next meeting on Sunday, and there we will want to converge all the budgets. We divided the tax among different groups. Those who are going to manage venue, those who are going to manage food, those who are going to manage. We invited so many guests, and we also, because it's about students, they want to have students presenters. What are they presenting? The innovation, the innovative idea they have that can transform into venture. And we want to see how we can raise fund to sponsor the eventual winner of that competition. And bet the competition will cut across all schools across the UK and not just Nigeria, including ACS, because it's about African this time around. So what's the stage now? We want to call, we are waiting for meeting tomorrow where every group can bring in their budgets. We'll harmonize the budgets and then seek fund. The school has pledged it to be held in ARU because the idea came from ARU. And of course, this year one will be held, but it won't stop at ARU. To be going annually to different schools. But this year will be ARU. So ARU has pledged some amount of money towards this, but that cannot take us far. So we need more and more external funding. But before we can talk about funding, we have to have a budget. So tomorrow, Sunday, we have a meeting to convert all the budgets together and make it all for the summit. And that will be our budget that we will seek fund on. I hope that explains a bit. For those who are still interested, we always say we still leave it open to, but the only thing, like we're telling Mr. David that time, the only thing is just make sure you have your time to dedicate to this, and we will. As we also require your time, we also understand that you have so many engagements, so we know how to fit things to balance your time with what is required there. Thank you.
All right, that is so amazing. Mr. Elisha, do you have one or two?
Oh yeah. I was just going to ask it. I mean, it's a good one. I might just bob into Presido's DM for further explanation if I need it. But I think the idea already makes sense. I like things like this. So I just wanted to ask. I mean, for those of us that are no longer students, that we do no longer have ARU's cover. So how can we be part of it? Is there a ticket that will be sold that we can use to maybe access the program, or how can we cover it?
I always anyway. While we can encourage, of course, the website has been created. There is aspect of websites there that if you want to support, you can support. But I've always said anything I want to introduce to the students, I don't want to include on fee or what have you. On those who are immediate graduates, of course, we are planning this while we're encouraging the new graduates, the present students, in terms of innovation. There is the award aspect that's dedicated to those who have served well and have gone. And I think it's just I must apologize to you because you are even one of those to be. So anyway, thank God you joined the call tonight. So there are those who have served and are immediate pass. We definitely thank God we both recognized the previous ones together last year. So we are going to recognize those who have. So with something that will continue, those who served now, next year they will also be organized. That's how. So it's not about just students. There is the aspect that is for those who are immediate graduates, recent graduates, to recognize their service to. It's a two-way. It's a two-in-one program. The first aspect, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. That one is about the conference and then the innovation. But the nights, 7 p.m. to 12 p.m., that is dinner and award night. So it's a whole day event.
Okay.
But to answer your question, there is no tickets in terms of payment, but you have to register online on the website. But if you now, there is the aspect of the website that if you want to support, you are more than welcome to support.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that is that about that. Moving on to the next on agenda is the ARU support. But tonight we want to narrow it down to career aspect of it. Does ARU have any job created or job vacancies aside from the ARU terms the popular ARU terms we all know? So if yes, how can we have access to it? What are the requirements and everything that surrounds it? And that also will be handled by the boss himself, Dr. Andrew.
I don't know whether you have bus or car. I don't know what you are using. Thank you for that. ARU has one, and then that's why we're encouraging people to volunteer in different roles. If you join us deeply, not join us on the ferry. When we say we are breeding leaders, not someone who is just beeping and then going out, you are not likely going to enjoy anything on that one. So we encourage people to volunteer on different roles, and through there you can get permanent job immediately after your or study, and that's what this that we want to introduce does. Last week, we introduced the career center where you can develop yourself towards this kind of job. How to develop. If it's about innovation, we also showed that that career center is mainly for that. And luckily, funny enough, I attended a training on Wednesday, and part of the things they talk about is this career center, and as a hub, a very powerful hub to assist students in terms of their career and job development. So after the school, after the training, after all those things, what's next? That's what this is for. And we'll find it. Just a minute, please. How can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great. So how can you find it? I would advise you just let me. Okay. Like I said, anything that is disturbing your mind, just type it into Google and add ARU to it. ARU will have a help about that. So just type to Google jobs and then ARU. You'll see and sometimes it brings different options that, of course, you can always read through it and see which one is relevant to what you are looking for. Here you will see the one that talks about job that you have written. And thank God is the first one here. Just click. It bring you to current vacancies at ARU. Look for which one aligns with your number one. Two things you need to look for is which one aligns with your or study and that you have strength on. We are even planning on that one. We are planning to bring in a program. I don't know whether Nathan will help me even on that. I've not been able to reach out to those people. And that's my problem is to compose the letter and send it to them. I just have a lot on my plate now. So we are planning to bring in experts in terms of last week when we were introducing the CV checker and stuff like that. Some people complain about the challenge they face. So we want to bring in real time. Of course, we encourage them to go onto the page and book time with and hear you. But while they're doing that, we also want to provide further help by bringing in an expert who will come and talk to us about the constructing our CVs and then in line with the opportunities that are available. And of course, not just that, they will provide us with mentorship in terms of holding our hands until guiding us until we get because seeking the proper job sometimes can be very challenging. So we need a guide sometimes. So, and that's what they're going to provide for us after the lecture cannot be more than 1 hour, at most 2 hours, and you can't cover everything at that moment. So they will provide a mentorship for us to be able to do that. So two things you need to look out for because of your own peculiar case. One is the one that aligns with your job, and I believe those people will help you towards that. Two is the one that aligns with your visa requirements. You know the new visa requirements. Of course, if you are not what they call it when Nathan was talking about 37,000 for those who are coming with family. And so you look at each case differs. For those who are coming with family, they will need a job that is minimum of 37,000. But if it's just you and your ET alone, your here alone, if it's just you and you alone, then you don't need up to that. So look at your peculiar case and then see which one of these jobs fits in. And of course, your expertise, which one fits in to be able to know which one to apply for. When you are applying, you have to be purposive. The same way, everything we are doing, we have to be purposive. The friends you make, you be purposive about it. So the same thing with searching for a job. There are so many jobs out there. Not all of them are we fit into, and we so as to channel our strength into the best one. So we'll go through it and see various categories that will fit into our situation, and then um, in terms of the money, in terms of the pay that fits into what we require, and the visa aspects. First is you can see digital contents and videos, and if you can also do a kind of, if you don't want to go through the whole page, you can do a kind of what do you call it? There's one language you sift to know to fit into what you're looking for. You can just type it here, job category. You see different aspects of that depending on what you want and what fits into what you're qualified for. Where do you want that to be? You look for it here. And what kind of course, what kind of field are you looking for? You look for it here. And of course, you can just, if you don't want to go through that, you can just type keywords. If you know what you're looking for, you can just type through. And if you have all the time as well, which is not too bad, you can go through them one by one to see which one answers your need. And it's just 4 pages in there, so it shouldn't be too much to search. And they always have newer jobs as and of course there is space for international, for maybe if you have your brothers and sisters at home that you think they are qualified and they can be picked for this kind of job, you can advise them to look into this if they are qualified for it. So I spoke with someone this afternoon, this evening with Henita. The person is in Nigeria and is running a program here, what do you call it, at University of East London.
Yeah.
Which such person can easily apply for this kind of job. He already has, once he graduates, he already, right from Nigeria, he already has all the requirements and the international certificates. So such person can easily pick jobs from here and then got it. So, except we have any question, I think that is all for it.
Yeah. Do we have any question or addition to that before we proceed? Okay. In the absence of none, I would like us to proceed to the next on the list, which is absorbing the new campus, the new ARU campus, which is RITU campus, into the association. For about 3 or 2 months ago, it was officially announced, I think 3 months ago, if I'm not mistaken, that the RITU Agricultural College has been merged with ARU, and it has now become Anglia Ruskin University RITU campus. So that makes it one of our campuses to look into as an association. So the thing is, we need to make sure that we need to get to know whether there is a Nigeria Student Association already active or in place there, or we need to bring it in, because I believe that a lot of Nigerians around that axis. The first time I went to Ritu was to meet a Nigerian elder brother, and I met a lot of Nigerians there that day. So I want to believe we will have, if not much, 1 or 2 Nigerians there as students. So we need to bring them in. If not in existence yet, we need to introduce the association to them. So far, thank God, we are under the student union. So we need to introduce the association to them, and if they have an association running already, we need to bring them in, let them know there is a bigger platform for them to come under. But How we are going to run it, how we are going to do it is what I don't know. And that is why we think we should bring it up here for deliberation to seek for your opinion and your suggestions on what we should do. How do we go about it? So that is the point we are now.
I think thank God we already have two people already, and I think you can. And I know you are more than willing to, and that's why you are even talking about it. You are more than willing to dive into this, and I can see the similar passion coming from Mr. David. So you can start with him and get one or two other persons to influence others, or if just the two, three, or four of you can come back on the journey and ensure that Ritu is, I think, very close to Chainsword.
Yeah.
Make it easier for you to reach. Then trying to find out, and we are building on great network of Nigerians in the UK. So we shouldn't be affected when we are. Sorry, we shouldn't be lagging in that in ARU. So I think you can work with Mr. David. I believe he will reach out to you since you've dropped your number on the call.
Yeah.
I believe he will reach out to you so you can both help him on the registration, and of course the nomination is based on what road is open to, and then start the to see who can join you in the campaign.
All right.
Hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fine. And still regarding this, if there is still anyone, if you still have someone that want to volunteer to campaign this, to be part of this, to be part of this visit to ARU, Ritu, please let's signify, or the person should send them to me, so we will have to schedule a meeting on when and how we are going to go about it, because as part of the forthcoming business summit, it will be so it will make a lot of sense if the Ritu campus can be part of the summit, if they can have experience of what it's all about, and a couple of other events we have at hand. So that is that about that. So now to individual members challenges. If anyone have one or two personal, or should I say personal, yeah, individual challenges, but definitely no be money matter. No be money matter. So if
They can bring money
anyone
matter. There's your calf. They be like saying that money dey inside.
uh,
Mm.
okay, okay. Oh. So if anyone have any one or two problem or challenges that he or she thinks we will be able to provide um, opinion or advice, maybe with academics, or how to leverage on the opportunities available, how to have access to one thing or the other around here. We have people here with ideas, and uh, yeah, with ideas as regard that. So let's share our challenges and let's get on with it. A problem shared is almost solved to me. So
a problem shared with the right set of people.
Okay.
Not those who had to your
The
problems.
right set of people. Yeah, I like that plus. With the right set of people, as my oga, don't talk among. So
Anyway, people say they
Um,
talk say they don't get problem.
Mr. Mr. President, I think I have to, if it's a correction to correct a notion.
okay.
Yes, saying if it is a money matter, that's a look at discourage people who want to bring out their challenges. Sometimes, even if it is money issue or financial issue per se,
Okay.
there are ways we can come in.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
that we will definitely not that we will make the money available. There was this student from one of the schools in London there who was having a school fees issue that the school one has given the final. I think they gave the lady ultimatum, 7 days ultimatum to complete the school fees, or the the sponsorship or school to be withdrawn, and then everything will be sent to home office. In that case, she approached the student union association there in their schools, those associations, and they were able to intervene. They met with the school, and she said she's going to pay, but she just need more time. And I think that issue was resolved. They extended the time instead of the 7 days. It was given a month addition. So there are ways we can come in as an association, not that will make the money available. So saying that is, it can discourage people really wanted to air their view and all of that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
You know,
true. That's
so
true.
please
God
just take
bless
note of
you.
that.
God
That's
bless
true,
you,
bro.
Mr. David.
Yeah.
I so much. Um, that even reminds me. I've been thinking about it. We've said it before, and I think God has brought out. That's anyway. We've been holding meeting. I'm a person of God. I don't even introduce prayer. Thank God for anything to introduce prayer, and that prayer brought that out tonight. So, I think we talked about having a welfare team, and what does the welfare team do? It's not to, like Mr. David rightly said, it's not to go and provide what they call it, is to look into challenges like this and see how they can address it. If the school notice that nobody is coming up for you, they will know you don't have backbone. So they can, before you know it, they can easily send you home. But if they see
Sure.
interventions, you don't have to come in, you don't have to come in 100, you don't have to come in, just come in 5 numbers, articulate your thoughts. And of course, I am more than willing to be part of that. We already have Anyton and we have Peace. We have, I think, Idris that time. Please, now you are a leader. Please gather this number, and I think I would love Mr. David to be part of this as well. So Peace is on the call, but if I'm not so sure she is listening, pick if you need a number, if you need, just pick Mr. David's number, Peace, Idris, and add me to the call as well, to the group as well. Create a group and that line, and then extend it to anyone who is willing to be. You can just announce on the group who is willing to be part of the team. If you see, to God be the glory. If you don't, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are more than enough. All we just need is come together. If someone is having an issue, come together, think of how to go about it, put it into writing, articulate it, and then we approach whether the school or the wherever the problem emanates from. We approach it, and I believe there will always be solution to that. Once they see that there are people rising for this, they will definitely find it. And I'm encouraged by what thank God he said it, and it reminds me of that. So please speak to Idris, and then pick these two wonderful persons on the call, and let me be part of it. Also, we can always extend it to others who are more than willing to be part of that. Ugo was okay. I think there was even, it's not just one time. There was a time Ugo was nominated to lead that, but he was skeptical from day one, so that didn't materialize. So this time around, I don't want that to. People have been going through a lot, and then they discover that any of the time they just things happen and they couldn't rectify it. But
Yes.
if they see people rising up for, then they will know that this is a coordinated group. So thank you, Mr. David, for that. God bless you for raising that.
Mhm. You're welcome.
Okay. All right, Mr. David. Thank you for raising that. So the correction is well noted.
I think he should anyway. Don't make him event or what have you. He should be the campaign officer. That's he's already showing the. He should be the campaign. I'm nominating him for the campaign officer. Please talk to him. Guide him on how to register on the page. So we arrange the meeting with the school to open the page for him to be nominated and then voted for.
All
So
right, that's fine. I will do just that.
Mhm.
I'll do just that. So, do we have anyone really want to share his or her challenges and all of that? Okay. Um, in the absence of
and
none.
not just your personal challenge as well. If you notice anything around the past week that you just want to raise, or you something is going on in your mind, that you want to just this is the time to for everyone to. It has been the anchor leading, so this is time for us also to lead in terms of what is going on around us. Um, this what if you notice anything, just raise it in the next few minutes before we call it a night. Okay, if there is none, I think we would like to appreciate everyone. But before we go, please, like we said, let us appreciate our presidents. Right on the chats, how he has been, what you think about his performance. Just a way to appreciate and encourage one another. Please, everyone on the call, please, just a chat, say appreciate him and encourage him more. While we're doing that, and I want to appreciate Mr. Magby for being on the call tonight. It's really encouraging to have you. It's a pleasure.
Mm.
And then we are so glad to have Mr. David, the first timer, and his contributions were just massive.
Yeah.
Were so much on points. And thank you for putting yourself. You're welcome to the family, and I'm very sure you will enjoy being part of the family. We have a long way to go together. And then Madam Peace. a peaceful woman. A woman like 10 men together. She's just an awesome woman. So she's been going on and off. I don't know whether it's network or she's at work. So nice to have you. And of course, Johan. It's nice to have you call on. And I don't know who is on hold. And someone is on hold. I don't know who that person is. So we appreciate everyone tonight. I've not seen the chats. We are not going if you don't send a message. Just appreciate the president for his contribution tonight. If not, we are not going anywhere. And if he has performed woefully, let us know. That's you have a woeful performance tonight. Just how you feel about it, just in word, drop it on the chat. Yuan, your chat. Mr. David, your chats. And of course, our wonderful guest, Mr. Magbi. Your chats. Yeah, Grace. Grace.
Thank you.
So
on that note, I'll say good night. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the rest of the week. Bye. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.